So I'm reviewing a lot of sources at the moment. Not only sources, but sources. And also free titles from Epic Game Store, which I also currently. So there was a throwball. So this is very famous chicken hot spice. Is it? Yeah. Stuff. This is hot curry. These are the hottest spice, the things that I usually absorb. I also tried spicy stuff before. It was called pain. I didn't even have a lot of Scoville. So I'm very excited. How I will see the screen now of Twitch shorts. It's lagging a bit, but it's coming. Yeah. So I was already on page 5 for 3 games, and I'm making a very casual guarana iced tea, which also makes it things more spicy in a way. I'm very shocked that this is hellfire. It's even also with habanero, which is this. And habanero, it smells very like to most jalapeno. I don't have much jalapeno stuff. No. Also, this is a little bit jalapeno. And so the typical hot stuff, to truffle, or what it's called. Mayonnaise. Oh no. Price free. And I was on page 5. I hope there was setting for. Oh, this is gochujang paste, which is very spicy. So for more spicy sauces, it's good that they are not too cold. There are a lot of things which are still very enjoyable, also a lot of sauces, but some hot sauces are made to be like with some I don't know. Again, this comparison, which is one of the hottest. Das weiß ich nicht. Curry sauces. Now the typical German, as far as I know, sauce, which is actually everywhere, but it's not maybe the hottest version, but it's extra hot, it's extra spicy. Or at least that's what it says. It's just with sriracha. If you choose the hottest sriracha, there's still even hotter sriracha from the same brand. And I feel like the sprudel of the gas is actually enhancing, maybe because of the speed. Somehow, it's already in the right area, as I thought. But it's very good, I guess. It's enhancing the spiciness. This is for spicy curry sausage, typical German thing. And now I already have another sauce which was okay, and this is typical for the sauces which are with more fat, or I don't know, oil or anything on it, or with anything which is used in home cooking. And somehow I can't filter out the ones that I already have. Sometimes that's possible, but yeah, so I'm getting spice later at the moment when breathing. Maybe also because of this initial spice from the chicken brand, which is also doing hot chips crisps. So it's insane. I actually got pretty much all the sausage, so typical most sauces, and even spices in raw version, and still I didn't get the actual sauce that I wanted to get, which is so far very. Well, I have to think something else. Even though it was not the spice I wanted. Also, I'm wondering how milk is just so mild. Yeah, so I just skip to go to page 5 because I already saw the other ones. I have to get water from the freezer. Okay, I just can choose which games there should be that. It feels like it would be getting some stuff. Which doesn't make much sense actually, I know. Flat bird. Always, and but why should I get this if I have forgot the name. And I also don't know if I should. So this is very typical. This is also very typical, and they often are very similar. Unfortunately, actually, but and I really don't know how it is possible that the spice that I searched for is not even there as far as I know is tasting it at the moment. Maybe something is wrong at the moment with me and it's too hot and I drank it. Yeah, so I'm remembering eating it in the winter. So it's very likely not. I mean, I had hotter sriracha sauces before, but somehow I always think sriracha is like this Texan hot sauce, which is also sour, and the sauce that I remember is not like that. So as I said, maybe it's really just imagination. In some sense, but the biggest imagination is still, oh, this is very possible. Maybe the sauce was only too hot for me, because I also drank a drink with a lot of sparkle, because I feel like for me, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but it's very likely, it's enhancing. Another sparkling special drink in green, Weltmaster, I don't even, it's a green flower plant or something. And I don't know if it has another name in another language. Oh, so I also already got those games. I don't know if the big changes where the games are. I don't think so. It would not make a lot of sense. So these are already a lot similar to some, no, maybe not, mobile games. Yeah, so not only are more PC games going to mobile, but also vice versa. Because it feels like these little games like especially, is it called Asphalt? No, I don't know. So run racing games, for example. Or I remember, as I said, that this very simple looking stuff, which is actually also made of some typical Indian stuff, as I think it's also Asian in general. So and these two are very similar, even though I thought this would be a lot of sweeter, or not sweeter, but sweetest. hot, spicy, and both are way too spicy, way too soft, too sweet. So I maybe even should have gotten another sauce which is actually cold, sweet, and jalapeno or something. At least there are jalapenos in there. So I'm speechless at probably sriracha sauce was not sour for any reason, which I also googled. So when I googled, I thought, okay, maybe I should get the sriracha again. And I also thought the sriracha is the closest one to the sauce I remember. But only the level of spiciness would be close to it in my memory, because as I said, sriracha is also a little bit sour in my definition book in my mind, in my back head, or something in the back of my head, in my mind. So, but I'm speechless how it is possible that the sauces are so much different to what I expected them to be. It's almost like there is too much water in it. And I don't remember any other thing being that different as sauces. Also when going to restaurants, so maybe I have to mix my own sauces out of those underwhelming sauces. And this sauce is the weirdest sauce I ever had, because it's red pepper sauce, and pepper is, okay, it's also chili in English I think, but pepper is a different thing. I think it's these little corns which are in a way spicy, and so the weird thing is there is no, it's light, it's zero sugar, but it's not a good thing even if you drink enough water, which you should, and even add some base food, some vegetables which are usually also just I don't even fully know how the vegetables are doing their part. It must be something similar also to the milk. So it just overrides the stuff which is spicy probably. It's also very slow, so very not sparkly probably. This is also why it's so cooling probably, just like ice, which I also have. I don't know why I'm not eating ice now. Probably because I also ate a lot of ice before. I should have made a review to that, but it was actually very typical water ice. Or not, it was not even typical. I should have made a reaction video probably to that. But there was only one or two ingredients of a lot of ingredients which were good. And I just tried it a little bit. And overall, those fruity tropical stuff. So it was very obvious which would be tasty, just like with most things. And I still don't know why in most, or at least I should say, I don't know if they're making it on purpose. I mean, for fruits, they are mostly doing it right. So mostly red fruits, for example, are the tastiest and also the most healthy versions of itself. And yeah, overall, this is not the case for gummy bears or whatever you can get. The sour stuff, as soon as it's sour, it all just tastes good, so it doesn't matter really. Okay, so I have to say that the first 4 sites were very good games, just like this one game which I already had. And this is a game which I don't already have so many. But it's also good. So as long as it's free, I not only add it to the wish list, but it's maybe even the same thing to add it to the library sometimes. But it's, if you have too much games which I don't have, it's even better maybe to do it on the wish list sometimes, but yeah. So far I didn't try the habanero or extreme hot curry. Oh, it's hot curry. Curry. Okay, I hope or think, because of the 3 spices, this is still the hottest dried chili stuff which I could have gotten. Because I bought it as a store which is not even really that it's not special, but it's not common for everyone who buys food here, maybe because it's not everyone, yeah, I don't know if not everyone buys so stuff here at the moment, maybe. And I never have thought that this, especially like this, would be the spiciest of those and the most normal spicy sauces of that I watched and wanted to get, because I also wanted to get dry currywurst, also curry and hot dog, curry hot dog. Sausage, curry sausage, which is, as I said, I think very typical German. So it's like, where do they get these sauces? I mean, there are some sauces not anymore like before, but sriracha sauces are more there instead, I think. Because almost everyone gets sriracha sauce somehow, which is also, it could be the same brand, or it's very similar to the branding of those chicken brand, which is Asian, maybe Japanese, and very trendy at the moment. Maybe even also because of the Japanese Day here in Germany, at least at the moment. So this seems to be the most ketchup-like sauce for some reason, even though the name doesn't even closely say that, or would make it be expected. So this is already hopefully the spiciest sauce which I could get. I think there was even spicier version, and I mistook, somehow took the other version, which was curry, but maybe I wanted to have curry. I mean, it's all curry anyway. So the one which looks the less spicy, the least spicy. Is at least without sugar, at least. Yeah, it's definitely the spiciest. One of the sauces which I recently ate. And maybe I don't even want to try after this was very hot in comparison to the other ones. This one because it's dry. Oh, it's new releases. So it's in a way the same order, hopefully. So I'm very hoping this is cooling, even though there's sparkle in it. Yeah, somehow some sparkle. I don't even know for what possible reason. Energy drinks, maybe they are more sparkly, but yeah, maybe it's the reason why I got more spice now from it. So I try this again, which is maybe only good when I put it in food, so it's overrated in a way. Because there are a lot of different big versions of this in comparison to other sauces. Okay, but it's also very spicy. Now I just put very little spice of the spices. I mean, if I compare it to crisps, I know it's not chips. Potato crisps, is it called that? Yeah. So, as I said, the chicken Asian trendy brand is also making crisps, potato crisps, with the hot stuff, and that's very, very good stuff because it's also very spicy, but not too spicy, but still different than the spice that I was looking for from the sauce, which is not sour or sweet, but mainly to say sharp. Spicy, it's mainly spicy, but not too much, not overly spicy. So I already tried all the versions, and because the hottest sauce I had is exactly like the habanero spice, I won't eat more of the habanero just now, and I just hope that the best taste in sauces which I remember, which are just 3 or 5, well, it's not even 3 or 4 versions out of at least over 10 versions which I tried. So I actually picked all 7 wrong versions, and there are 3 other versions which have to be the one that I would actually wanted to get in a way. Yeah, but for the food combinations, I don't even know how it's possible, but it's definitely this is asphalt. Yeah, I just wish I had my old sriracha hot extra. Was it extra hot already? Or very, very hot maybe. So it was not casually hot only, I think. It was one of the... So it was not the original version, at least, that I know for pretty sure. I'm really sure. I sound a little bit like drunk because I didn't get much sleep because I did different stuff, and my sleeping cycle is very unusual to my cycle before, and it can also change from day to day a little bit. And so far I also think I have to change back to the more normal sleeping cycle again, where I just sleep one at a time, because it's seemingly maybe the body just does that and that and that when I'm sleeping. I mean, if you sleep too long, somehow it's getting different then again. Or at least I have the feeling that when I sleep very long, it's not getting better, but maybe even bad. Maybe the body is doing stupid stuff then. Maybe it tries to use food even more than otherwise, and I don't know. how it's possible that maybe it's also the cycle, but it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, so there are still some things which I don't know. Maybe after I ask Google now. Why is sleep worth sleep? Workout is also possible. So maybe your body is producing too much hormones and any type of stuff that you're not getting. It's like drinking cola maybe in a way. But different. Yeah, as I said, maybe it's also getting too warm. You didn't drink enough when sleeping, then automatically. And all those efficiencies which are not efficient anymore because 8 hours of sleep, for example, are enough, and it's one of three. It's a quarter. It's a triple. No, one of the 3 times. So 8 hours of 24, which is the entire day, obviously. So it makes a lot of sense in a way, for some reason. Maybe the hormones are no. So it's unlikely that it's because of the sun, because not everyone gets sunlight while they sleep. Also, a lot of people, when they are getting older especially, just sleep more, and it also seems to function in a way. Some things are getting worse, just like if you're getting to space, your body is losing stuff which it's trained before, because it doesn't get trained, at least not to the level which was needed before. And maybe the body is too efficient sometimes, in a way. It's not knowing what's actually what's going on, what's getting to happen, going to happen. What the body is getting. Yeah, this looks very good, and I think it's also unreal, probably. Also games of real. It's not saying that I am not paying attention enough, and so I have to look at those games again. Oh, okay, that's the skating. So even though I previously thought this game is lame, not my type, at least. This is maybe wrong. Yeah, so I thought I had a memory where I tried ketchup from this brand. So pepper tomato sauce, but very very fine, very small sized parts of the ingredient of the sauce itself, which is also the case for all the best sauces. I know it's random, probably not. And this sauce has also chili things in it, and jalapenos in it is also good in this cheese sauce, but it's still very different from the best 2 or 3 sauces which I remember, which I ever ate or tried. Ate. And I don't know if I can easily test again if I can mix a very similar sauce from these sauces, because actually I thought these sauces it has to be similar to the sauces that I want, but so far it's only maybe possible when I mix them by myself, which was the plan anyway, actually, but not in that level. I thought there would be a lot of very good spicy sauces, and then I just make my own versions and I mix the best of them, but that's not the case at all so far. So far I don't even surely remember if maybe I was just having a very good drink and because the snow and the stuff from skiing was so cold that I didn't taste the stuff I didn't want from the sauce as much as before. It's just with ice cream or other cool things, obviously, which I mean the ingredient salt is maybe also important here, because but the thing is that I didn't find a sauce to buy in the regular stores which could be more likely the one similar to the ones that I actually wanted. Yeah, but probably it's not so long ago. I don't even know where, but I had a memory not long ago. I remember that there was a memory where I also ate some of the stuff. Some of the same versions. And yeah, after this site, maybe even before, I have to stop recording. This chilling, very chilled, very hot stream. It's one of the hottest day ever recorded, by the way. I'm feeling more like a whale, even more, because all the Greenland ice kind of whales, which are getting so incredibly old, are also doing very chilled stuff. And yeah, I think it's very likely that I have to look up even more possible candidates. Maybe I have to revisit the place even. The funny thing is, I think I asked which type of sauce it was, and I found that perfect one time. One time I thought it was actually, as I said, from this brand. But I don't know if that really happened. It would be very weird if I had a dream about asking that I ate so much stuff that I think I asked for. I think I really asked for which sauce it was, but I don't know if I got an answer. Like I said, I think it was just this brand, typical sauce. I didn't even really thought that it was from this brand. I didn't expect it because I thought I would have tried it before. And for some reason, I don't know. The game before is definitely even better. A little bit, it's very Call of Duty modern, the first futuristic version. is very similar to that I played it before. Yeah, so for those reasons I'm underwhelmed from those sources so far. I really don't know how life can be like that. And on the other hand, there are so many spicy sauces, but if you look up the ingredients, then I would think, okay, maybe the Scoville is different, but also the chili percentage is often different. And if it would only be very likely the chili percentage different and nothing else, then I could very easily mix the sauces which I found the best, which I would find the best anyway. Also, I didn't even really try sauces from Hot Ones, I think, or at least not too much, maybe one sauce from Hot Ones, which was actually also one of the best sauces which I ever had. So it's fascinating how it's seemingly so easy and still so difficult. Compared to other things. Okay, now I'm almost there. I don't even know if I again bought all those sauces. Political sauces. And now I again remember when sausage, spicy sauce, which I didn't buy, which looked and it said it was, I think it said, remember, it was 1 or 2 spices, not 3 I think. Which would have been better than especially this one, which, because of the name and the picture, suggests that it would be hot, but it was the least hot of all the sauces, which would definitely be spicy actually. Yeah, so it's actually impossible because so much different sources I would have to revisit and compare, I think, 3 or 4 sources now, again, which I didn't bought, just to make sure, try to compare which things I should consider when buying those sources, because so far the ingredients besides jalapenos is pretty much random, and even when it's jalapenos, the sauce can sometimes be not even spicy enough, which is even the case with my burger, which I also appreciate as a sauce, but I mean, there is a little bit of the spice in those sauces which I actually miss, but it's way less. It's like they're not made mainly for that purpose, even though they are. Yeah, so I noticed very fast that it's not really fast to review all those games, and so far there were 1 or 2 games really good. Seemingly no, it's not even on the cover that it's pinball, and it's, how can pinball be? Maybe I don't want to know. But it's 18 plus, but it's okay anyway. Yeah, I probably in a few minutes I end this video, and I also have to revisit why Twitch is not working properly as before. If I have to wait because I actually confirmed stuff already, maybe I didn't even have to do any settings. And it's easier with no settings and no extensions. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the extension is blocking something, but it's, yeah. Yeah, so I'm on page 8, and I have to continue there next time. So see you in that part. And well, how is, no, I'm not even there. That's weird.